Give me that. Hey, that's a lot of boomers. It's not too bad. Alright, fellas, so with the new DLC, you know we gotta get back into the swing of things and hit up with some juicers. Starfire did get some changes. The big ones, of course, being the fact that you now get 5% instead of 2.5% per empowered weapon damage, and it now works with Radiant, meaning you do not have to be stuck to an empowering rift anymore. And trust me, we're gonna make fat use of that. Top of that, we also have just the way the whole armor stats have changed. We now have up to 200 discipline. I mean, it's called a grenade now, but we can get up to 200 grenade, and that's going to be able to boost our grenade damage by a lot, like over 62%. At 200, I think it's close to 70%, which is madness. Top of that, fusion grenades have a very short cooldown, so just at the raw base of the new way the sandbox works, you're going to be able to score yourself a lot of fusion grenades just naturally. And not only that, but unlike the first go around where Starfire was really good, this go around, the best partner for it, thing to combo with it, is that good old solar mortar, the Warlock's best buddy, the Hellion aspect. Yes, dude, here's the rundown. Starfire still will give you a full refund on your class ability for every single fusion grenade kill you get. Meaning, you throw a fusion grenade into a group of enemies, or at a, just at a strong one, because you're gonna be throwing a lot of these fusion grenades now. Phoenix Dive immediately to proc your Hellion. When that fusion grenade goes boom and destroys an ad, you have your Phoenix Dive back, and whenever your Hellion runs out, or if you need to use your Phoenix Dive in a pinch to get some much needed health, guess what you can do, my friend? Phoenix Dive again, because Starfire allows for infinite Phoenix Dives, which means infinite Hellions. Infinite Hellion uptime is awesome, and that is going to be the main focus of this Starfire build, because with Hellion Touch of Flame fusion grenades, you have a lot of scorch stacks, so you're going to throw on some Ember of Ashes to get a lot of ignitions. Ignitions are going to come by so easy with this build, as one shot from a Hellion and a fusion grenade will cause an ignition. Very good in just general ad play, dealing with healthy majors and or bosses. Okay, now before we get into the build breakdown, I do want to show y'all just a little bit of some damage clips, some creative, some very basic, some for a team play, and then some for solo play in mind. Okay, and I'm basically sharing you the exact build that I used throughout the entirety of the Legend Edge of Fate campaign. That Dragon's Breath was awesome, but real quick, let's just look at some of the damage clips. Even though Starfire isn't as best suited for damage, boss damage, damage rotations like it once was, it can still be very competent in that type of scenario. Let me give you some examples. Oh, that's fine.
It's kind of just a better version of Tribute Hall. The game will not let me rally.
That works for, that was a pure solo roto right there. All right, and 3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah, give me 1 second, I'll swap it. I got V.
3, 2, yeah.
This fucking game.
What's the difference? What are you changing? Sanguine versus what? Oh, this is Starfire that you're using?
Huh. So this first.
Alright. So 72k. Oh, 73. We kind of knew Sanguine was going to be like this, though. I talked to a lot of people. Oh, yeah,
I will say it is very fun to use Dragon's Breath like this. Yeah, obviously the Heathen's better. And just a little FYI, in those clips, there were no surges at all. Did not use any surges for what it's worth. And even though its damage isn't the strongest, it's very, very just overall good and I'd say everything now as in general play in terms of dealing with ads and content you're under leveled. It's very, very good, man. These nades are just doing so much damage and that consistent uptime for Hellion is so, so nice. You're also just printing out ignitions everywhere. It's very, very fun and it's a lot more mobile than old Starfire was. But let's go ahead and get into the build breakdown. All right, so we all know that Starfire, it got some changes. It's back and it's good. Okay, we've done the intro and everything like that. Now let's actually talk about the actual setup and weapons. Now, real quick, just a little food for thought. This is literally what I was using throughout most of the campaign before realizing that this thing is completely busted and bugged right now, doing way more damage than it's supposed to be. In terms of like weapons you would use, I definitely recommend fitting on a area denial frame grenade launcher somewhere, just because, you know, if you can't, since we're not really running Wither Horde here, Starfire really benefits from tick damage. This is a legendary weapon that can do the tick damage for you. In the energy slot, depending on what you're doing, if you want to run a primary, if not, the reason why I have the summoner here, believe it or not, is because we have, you know, Flint Striker back with Fever and Chill, so we're able to get Radiant just like that, and it's easy to do that with a weapon that shoots pretty fast. That summoner has Onslaught on it and Heal Clip, which actually fits really, really well, especially in team play activities, but we will get to that in a moment. Notice, guys, I don't have any of the tier 5 artifact mods. This is just how good it is right now with the changes and the new armor system. Only real mod that we're making use of is Fever and Chill to get our Radiant. Why? Because Starfire now works with Radiant. You don't need to just be in an empowering rift. Radiant will do the job for you, and we are going to take so much advantage of that. Reason why? Because it clears up an extra fragment slot. Why? Because we don't need to run Ember of Torches to get our Radiant. Okay, that's very, very important. Now, in terms of aspects, you're gonna want a Hellion and Touch of Flame. Obviously, Touch of Flame for the extra bigger, stronger explosion on the fusion grenade itself. But why Hellion? Very simple. Okay, even though Phoenix Dive isn't in an empowering rift, whenever you get a fusion grenade kill, it is still going to fully refund whatever your ability is. Meaning, anytime you get a fusion grenade kill, your Phoenix Dive comes back. Meaning, you have fresh Hellion. Basically, Starfire allows for you to have infinite Hellion uptime, and we're going to take advantage of that because Touch of Flame allows these to explode twice and inflict extra score stacks. One shot of your Hellion combined with a Touch of Flame fusion name, some Ember of Ashes. Yeah, you're gonna get ignitions so quick and easy. It can be useful on a boss. It can be useful just in general play. I made a commitment to run through the entire Legend campaign of Edge of Fate. And granted, it was that campaign. You know there, but I ran through the entire campaign on Legend with Starfire on. I've not taken it off since. Starfire really has been that impressive to me. It's definitely not like the old OP Starfire But this version of it is very, very strong in its own way. Now, if you are in team play, you're playing with teammates, you run Ember of Benevolence. Why? 400% cooldown on your abilities when you apply Cure, Resto, or Radiant to your teammates, which is going to be very, very often with your Phoenix Dive that you will have so much of because your Fusion Grenade kills that do so much damage are going to refill it every single time. Literally, one Fusion Grenade kill, full refund. Full! I mean full. And these grenades are doing so much damage in this new armor system. Now, if you're by yourself, you can maybe run something like Ember of Empyrean to help keep up your Radiant for, longer periods of time. Or, maybe you want to run something like Ember of Char, get your discipline up even further. I mean, now we're sitting at a 62% damage buff for our grenades just in our stats. You can't beat that, dude. That's insanely juicy. I would definitely recommend Ember of Resolve, another way to get cured to help heal you. And then we have Ember of Searing to help create fire sprites, as fire sprites give you pretty respectable grenade energy. And all you need is just one fusion grenade. You get a fusion grenade, you throw it at an enemy, it's going to make the enemy go boom. You get your Phoenix Dive. You then get Hellion active and roll in. Take advantage of Fever and Chill to get your Radiant where you see fit. Or if you really want to rock Ember of Torches, by all means, go ahead, rock your Ember of Torches to get yourself consistent Radiant. There's a lot of flexibility that I would highly recommend. Run these two aspects no matter what. And definitely run Ember of Ashes for the extra Scorch stacks for more ignitions. Now, in terms of the weapons, look, Dragon's Breath works really, really nice here. This is a very ignition friendly setup, and this is a ignition fiending fueling weapon. It's very strong against any types of targets, bosses, strong majors, you name it. Dragon's Breath is really, really good. It can add clear like a champ, and because it's scorching and just with its catalyst, it's going to make a lot of fire sprites to give you more grenade energy. Just so your fusion, dude, you're gonna have so many grenades. You're gonna be throwing them. Phoenix Diving, having infinite Helions, having so much ignitions running about. Very, very awesome. Also, the heal clip Onslaught Summoner fitted really, really well with Ember of Benevolence in team play, and just another way to heal myself through heal clip, and the very fast, accurate shooting through Onslaught procs Fever and Chill for the Radiant very, very quick as well. Now, in terms of the mods, okay? I mean, dude, I feel like mods are really not that important. Really, you're kind of speccing more towards your stats, some resist on your chest piece. Highly recommend a fastball on your arm so you can actually throw your fusion grenades without limp style, a real cannon behind that arm. I just have Allen Ashes to assets to help get the well bag, heavy ammo finder, a siphon to help create orbs, along with the firepower to create more orbs, scavs, enhanced athletics because we're athletic and we're built like that. Powerful attraction, special penny, and a procs ward. Go boom! Starfire's awesome, fellas.